See, sometimes it tells me and sometimes it doesn't. It says it's recording, but it didn't make like a grand announcement about it. Okay. My theme today is simply let's move. That easy. Let's move. It is a mixed level flow, so it does have some more advanced options in it. If they serve you, take them. If they don't, leave them on the table. You don't have to try and work every piece in. Goal should always be in a class to take the pieces that are feeling good and right for you today and leave the rest of them maybe there for somebody else. We are going to start sitting up nice and tall, head over heart, heart over hips. I go to all the trouble of getting my camera set up like first thing before I even, before you guys even come in. And then for whatever reason, when people log in, all of my settings seem to shift. So nothing's where I put it. I love technology. Okay, sit nice cross-legged, comfortable seat, easy pose. Hands just under the knees and just start to move the knees a little bit. And see if you can't keep the spine lifting up nice and tall. So belly, heart, head lifting up nice and high. Just shake out into the knees a little bit here. And breathe. Easy as that. And then let the knees just rest heavy. Maybe turn the palms to face up. Pull the shoulders down the back just a little bit. Then we'll tilt right ear to right shoulder. Circle chin down to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Lift it back up nice and tall. We're going to turn and look over the right. Turn and look over the left. This is a baby twist. Take it again, twist to the right. It's a very small movement. You're just sort of feeling into your body. Taking this time to check in and see how you feel. Tune out of the business and the emails and the busy and tune in to your own self. And then come back into center. Rub the hands together. Press them over the heart. Right hand on top. Bow the head here. Get a little length through the back of the neck. And then take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, push those hands away from you. Drop the heart back in space, thinking cat pose. Shoulder blades go really wide. And then press the palms together, lift all the way up to the sky. Look at the thumbs. Exhale, watch the thumbs float down to the heart. Fingertips come wide. Release your feet wider than the hips. And just give it a little easy swipe side to side, checking in ankles, knees, and hips. And then come back to your seat, but put the opposite foot in front. And hands come to the knees and shake them out a little bit. Check in to see what's different on this side. It is very rare for a body to actually function symmetrically. We appear symmetrical. We have two hips, right, and two knees, and it appears to be balanced, but they don't function symmetrically. So one knee might be tighter than the other, or one hip, for example. Okay, release the knees, palms turn up, shoulder blades down, and just a little bit pulling back here. Pull the elbows just slightly back, lift the heart. Maybe you set your intention for practice today, or a mantra. And if you don't have one, that's totally fine too. You're always welcome to use mine. Let's just move. Let's just move. Doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be graceful or beautiful. Just need to move it. Move the energy, move the body. Left ear to left shoulder. Drop chin down to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Lift that head back up. Twist to look left. Twist to look right. One more time, twist and look left. Twist and look right. Come back to center, rub the hands. Put the left hand on top, stack over the heart, bow the head. Notice if your shoulders are creeping up, see if we can't slide them down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push the hands forward, drop the heart back. Press your palms together, reach up to the sky, look at the thumbs. Watch those thumbs float back down to heart center. We're going to shift into tabletop, all fours. So move in a way that feels good getting there and set yourself up mindfully. Be intentional with the placement. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Lifting the muscles of the front body up so the shoulder blades are nice and wide. And then we'll move through cow, dropping the belly, lifting head, heart, and hips. And cat just a few times. Notice when you come into cow pose, does your rib cage drop? Do the shoulder blades pull together? And if they do, can you push down into the earth and still let the belly come low? So there's still space between shoulder blades. Just one more time. Come into a nice neutral, tuck the toes. You get the option of staying here and holding your tabletop and feeling engaged and strong. Or if you'd like, you can start to play with lifting the knees and hovering for a moment, and then setting them gently back down. No, neither way is better than the other. It's simply what works for you today. Maybe we lift. Feel the muscles turn on when you do that. Literally, intentionally squeeze quads, hamstrings, and glutes. And then we'll find our way, everybody, to downward facing dog. And walk out the dog today, whatever that means for you, whatever movement, pedaling the feet, shifting the hips. Maybe you nod the head yes and shake it no. And here's a gentle reminder that at any point you can come back to downward dog, tabletop, child's pose, or seated. Whatever shape serves you, come back and breathe. If the movement is not what you're craving right now, it's perfectly okay. This is your practice. I'm just kind of a signpost, giving you options. Settle into your down dog. Lift the hip creases up nice and high, so the belly is really strong here to support the back. Super long line of energy, crown of the head to that tailbone. So the spine is nice and long. There's no hunching, there's no cat back here. And then rise up on the toes, drop the heart towards the thighs, and take a nice walk. It can be even a long walk, nice Sunday stroll, top of the mat. Feet at least 6 inches apart. Soft bend in the knees. Let the upper body rest against the thighs to the best of your ability. Maybe turn the palms up, open and close the fingers, circle the wrists. And then we're going to inhale the palms to the shins and engage the front body to lift up to halfway. If you're feeling a lot of tension in your low back, then the front body isn't lifting enough. Exhale, soften and fold down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Hold here, drop the hips, thinking chair pose. Palms press into the shins. And then we'll inhale all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands in the heart center. Inhale, take a nice deep breath up. And float back down, forward fold. Take your time. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold, plant the hands, step it back to tabletop, knees to the earth. Inhale, drop the belly, cow pose. Exhale, roll through to cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Tabletop position to downward facing dog. Up on the toes, heart to thighs, look at the top, walk it up. Forward fold and let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower the hips here. So it's almost like a half chair pose. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. I'm going to give you some options. Same basic drill. Inhale, up. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, soften and fold. Step back to tabletop. Knees to the ground. Option here is to keep the knees on the earth or find that hover and then take cow and cat. And return to neutral to downward facing dog. So it just gives you a little extra if you're looking for a little more effort. You can take it with the knees down, or you can take that cow cat from hovering table. Relax into down dog, heels heavy, hips high. And then rise up on your toes, look to the top of the mat. Take a nice walk up, forward fold, let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale to sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Giving you another option this time through. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Step into tabletop or plank. If you're in table, you can make it a hovering table. If you're in plank, then I invite you to tap your left foot out and your right foot out. Just 3 taps each side. Try to keep the hips nice and neutral. Downward facing dog. So if you like that tabletop version, you're going to come to table and cow cat. Or you can come to hovering table and cow cat. Or you can come to plank with me. We're going to see this option every time we move through. And you can pick something different every time we move. It's all good. Up on the toes, top of the mat, walk it up. Forward fold, feet at least 6 inches apart. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lower the hips. Press the palms into your shins. Inhale, push the ground away to rise. And exhale, hands into the heart. Adding on, inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Tabletop or plank, yogi's choice. Take your cow cat, whether you're hovering or not. If we're in plank, this time we're going to take 1 tap left, 1 tap right. And then we're going to do a mountain climber. Knee to nose, downward facing dog. Up on the toes, walk or hop it up. Top of the mat, forward fold, let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, soften, fold. Step into tabletop or plank and do your thing. This time it's out, tap out, knee to nose, and then knee to opposite elbow. And then downward facing dog. Looking at the top of the mat, walk or hop or float, top, forward fold, let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. You do it one more time. Inhale, deep breath up. Adding on. Forward fold, let it go. I like when we're working on repetitive movements because you can find that sort of Zen zone where you kind of know what's coming next, at least for the beginning stretch. So pause here in your forward fold. Give yourself a moment, a breath. You know this next part. Just move with it in a way that feels good for you today. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Tabletop or plank, yogi's choice. And we're tapping out. Knee to nose. Knee to opposite elbow. Try and keep the hips nice and even. Try not to bounce your shoulders. Everybody meets in downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot up high to the sky. And bring the right knee to the nose. Inhale and extend. Knee to nose. Shift forward, fingerprints grip. Inhale and lift. Exhale, knee to nose, and then we'll step that foot up between the thumbs. Pivot the left heel down in towards the middle. So we're thinking warrior one base here. Right knee over right ankle, lift your hands up. And use your core strength here to press, support the body as you rise up. Inhale, lift the hands up, warrior one. We'll open it up to warrior two. Right foot forward, right hand forward. Inhale, reach up and back. Reverse the warrior. And back to warrior two. Reach it up and back. Then windmill all the way down. Frame that front foot. Let the back heel pivot. Step it up, top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale to sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. And let's try that on the other side. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Tabletop or plank. Yogi's choice. If we're in plank, you've got the drill. Tap out, knee to nose, knee to cross elbow, downward facing dog. Check in with what's happening in your shoulder blades here and see if maybe you can rotate the upper arm bones externally a little bit, like you're trying to turn the soft part of your bicep towards your ears. Notice if that changes your experience of the shape today. Inhale the left foot up. Exhale, left knee to nose. Roll forward, plank pose, cat back. Inhale, lift up. Roll it forward, knee to nose, cat back. Inhale and lift. Knee to nose. Step it up, top of the mat. Pivot the right heel in. Warrior one base. Lift those hands, shake out your wrists for a second. Strong grounding through the leg, strong belly presses back up. And then the arms come up overhead. Turn those pinkies in, wave at the wall behind you. And then inhale, lift, pivot open, warrior two. Left knee over left ankle. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Big breath into the left lung. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, up and back. I don't change the leg here at all. Exhale, warrior two. If you need a little relief, lift the hips a little when you come up. Exhale, windmill the hands all the way down, frame that front foot. Little right foot steps up to the top, forward fold. Separate the feet about 6 inches. Inhale and lift up halfway. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, press to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Ooh, forward fold, let it go. Take your time. Decide which pieces you want to pick up for this round. Inhale, halfway up. Strong core, strong front body. Exhale, fold. Step it back, tabletop or plank. Then we'll do our thing. Taps out. Knee to nose. Knee to elbows. Everybody downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot up. And we'll bring the right knee to the right wrist. Inhale it out. Right knee to right elbow. You can stay with knee to nose, or you can skip this all together and hold your three-legged dog. Right knee to right shoulder. Lift it out. And step that right foot up and through. Pivot the left heel in. Strong base, strong legs, strong core. Press up. Reach the hands up. Warrior one. Hips, heart, head are neutral forward towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lift the back heel, pivot open, Warrior two. Reach the right hand up and back, reverse, hold it here. Keep the left hand down, bring the right hand down to meet it. Interlace the fingers, push knuckles down, open the heart, and then we'll roll the right shoulder down. Humble warrior. If your shoulders are tight, keep your hands at your tailbone. Let them just rest on your low back. And if you want that rinse out, go on and lift them up. Pressing back up, let the hands come low. Release the hands, warrior two. Windmill the hands all the way down. Listen up, step it back, tabletop or plank, yogi's choice. We're going straight to the other side. Whoop, whoop. Taps or cow cats, whatever you're doing here. You know this drill. We meet in downward facing dog. Left foot lifts up high to the sky. Left knee to left wrist. Inhale out. Left knee, left elbow, or knee to nose, or hold. Left knee, left shoulder. Reach it out. And step that left foot up and through. Pivot the right heel in. Strong base, strong core, press up. Keep the hands low here. Feel the solid base. And then reach the hands up. Turn the pinkies in. Inhale, lift and pivot open, warrior two. Inhale, up and back, reverse. Leave the right hand low. Exhale, the left hand around. Interlace, maybe put the opposite thumb on top. Press the knuckles down, lift up the heart, and then roll it into your humble warrior. You can leave the hands low or lift them high. Release the hands, press back up, arms extend, warrior two. Windmill the hands all the way down, frame that front foot. Step it back to tabletop or plank. To downward facing dog. And we'll walk it up to the top of the mat. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale it halfway. Exhale, lower the hips, thinking half chair. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take the feet as wide as the mat, swing it out. We're going to go through it one more time. So if you have questions, or if you're dying, or if you need more, let me know. Grab a sip of water or whatever you've got. I got a thumbs up. We're doing all right? Everybody's good? I know you're good, Jess. Awesome sauce. All right, we're going to do it through one more time on each side, guys, and then we'll lengthen, stretch it all out. So find your reset button. I don't know about you, but I got a little warm. I'm moving over here. And before you tell me it's because I'm in SoCal, I had to turn my heat on this morning. It was cold in my house. Not New York cold, California cold, but cold nonetheless. Shake everything out, reset the body, top of the mat. Mountain pose. Feet about 6 inches apart. Lift the head up high. Turn the palms to face forward here for a moment. Tuck the tailbone under. Engage the muscles in the front of your thighs, your quads. Turn them on. Squeeze them in a little bit. It'll pull the knees up just a little bit. Give you a little bit more lift. Lift up from the pelvic floor, if that's available for you today. And nice active stance here. Shoulders are down. And here we go. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Tabletop or plank, yogi's choice. Do your thing, cow cat, cover cow cat, or taps. Then we meet downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot up to the sky. Right knee, right wrist. Or hold, yogi's choice. Inhale out. Knee to elbow. Inhale out. Right knee, right shoulder. Inhale out. Step that foot up between the thumbs. Pivot the left heel in. Look, mom, no hands. Rise up. And then lift the arms. Inhale, lift and pivot open. Warrior two. Inhale, up and back. Reverse. Hold your reverse. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Lift the head. Inhale to drop the knuckles, open the heart. Exhale, roll forward. Humble warrior. Stay for a breath. Feeling the muscles turn on in the legs. Release the hands. Inhale, press back up. Arms reach out, warrior two. Windmill all the way down. Pivot that back heel. Step it back, tabletop or plank, yogi's choice. Do your thing. Cow cat, hover cat, mountain climbers, to downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up high to the sky. Left knee, left wrist. Strong fingerprints here. Inhale, lift. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift. Left knee, left shoulder is the last time. Inhale it out. Step the left foot up between the thumbs. Turn the right heel in, find your warrior one base, push into the pinky toe of that back foot. Lift the hands up, maybe shake them out. Don't use your hands up though. Press, strong legs, strong core. And then reach up overhead, turn those pinkies in. Inhale, lift up and pivot. Warrior two, reach it out. Left hand comes up and back. Exhale, the left hand down, interlace, put the other thumb on top. Inhale, down, knuckles go down, heart opens. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder coming to or inside the left knee. Option to lift the hands. Stay for a breath. Release the hands. Strong legs, press up. Release the arms, warrior two. Windmill the hands all the way down. Step it back to tabletop. Everybody, take knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touch. Hips slide back. Child's pose. And pause here and breathe. Just a couple breaths. Kind of reset yourself. Lift the gaze so you can look at the thumbs. Walk the elbows in underneath the shoulders. Take a little look-see ahead and maybe rock the hips a little side to side. And then bring the hands to the thighs as we press up. Don't worry, we will not stay in this seat for very long. I will give you an option. If you have a block, you're welcome to use that. We're going to play a little bit in hero's pose. So the knees are going to come in and the feet are going to go out. This is a lot of stretch through knees and ankles. If bringing the sits bones to the ground here is not for you, put a dictionary or a phone book or a block or something under the hips so that they have some lift here. We're just going to pause, just exploring this new shape, seeing how it feels. And then use your hands to lift the hips, swing the feet around, legs come out in front of you. And if you want a challenge today, we'll bring the soles of the feet together, but away from the body. So a really big diamond in our bound ankle. Your core challenge here is to basically do sit-ups from this shape, easiest description. If that's not for you today, then you can take any shape you want and roll all the way down. If you want to try the challenge, we're going to get an inch at a time. Michael Jackson Thriller zombie hands, right? They're totally loose here. And I relax an inch. The tailbone is tucking under. The goal here is to keep the pinky toes on the ground. Even when you get to that speed bump that we all have, and release all the way down. And then you can stay, or you can challenge yourself and rise back up. Really need to dig in the core in order to, I call it a speed bump. I think, and it's like everybody knows what I mean. When you get to that one point where you're like, uh-oh, like I'm stuck, like I'm here, or I'm gonna go right past that spot. That's the spot where we really need to work. So try and exercise control if you're taking this fun little drill. Strong core. Last time, we're all going to roll down. We're all going to stay. I've got to shift my hips. My apologies. And we all come down to reclined bound angle. And now, if you like, you can walk the feet in closer to the body. Rub the hands together, warm them up. And then bring them to wherever you've got sensation. So maybe your low belly, the core, maybe adductors or hip creases. Just bring a little love note from your hands to wherever you're feeling tension. You might shake the knees out. If you have props and you like to use them for reclined bound angle, you are welcome to grab those. And then at some point, maybe we shift our hands to heart center and belly and relax. Just let the hips start to unfold here a tiny bit. And let the breathing start to slow back down a little bit. Take one more breath. Really fill the lungs, let the belly rise. Hold it for a moment at the top. Maybe sip in one more little bit of air. And then open your mouth and exhale it out. Feel everything start to sink. Or if you're using a prop, gently remove it. And then press the soles of the feet together, like you're holding that winning lottery ticket between your feet. Hands outside knees, gently guide back up and in. We'll walk the feet wide, let the knees come together. Pause for a moment here. Little reset, little internal rotation. And then release the knees, but keep the feet nice and wide. And we'll take some windshield wipers, tilting the knees to the right. And up and over to the left. And however slowly you think you're moving, see if you can't slow down just a tiny bit more. Almost like you're moving in slow motion. Not even an inch at a time, like a quarter inch. Smooth, slow, slide over, little bit at a time. Notice if that really feels different. If you're used to moving a little more quickly here, how does it feel to really slow it all the way down? And to move with the breath. Knees come over to the right the next time, or I should say the next time the knees come over to the right, so I don't sound like Yoda. Take that right ankle, maybe put it up on top of the left thigh. Maybe reach the left arm away, and maybe put the left ear down towards the mat. Spinal twist, this is bliss. Observe where you're feeling sensation in the body here. And then maybe release the right ankle and pause. Bring the nose back up to the sky and pause. Bring the left arm back into the body and pause. And then slowly inhale the knees, really giving that the glutes a nice massage on the earth here, up and over to the other side. Take your time. Left ankle on top of right thigh is an option. You don't need to go deep like that. Right arm, option to reach it out and away. Maybe right ear comes down towards the mat. And pause. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale and release. If the left ankle is crossed, release it. Just that. If the right ear is on the mat, release the nose back up. We're unwinding very slowly. Right arm comes back into the body. And then the knees come back up. And we'll take the right knee in the right hand and the left knee in the left hand. And maybe rock a little side to side. Or maybe you want to circle, super slow circle around to the right. Again, using this opportunity to let the ground kind of massage out a little of the glutes and the low back, just releasing any tension that's been stored there. Circle in the opposite direction. And then we'll come back here to center. And now circle the knees in opposite directions. Right knee right, left knee left. We're just letting the legs be really heavy here so that we can explore the movement in the hip socket where the thigh bone connects in. And this lets each hip sort of work at its own range of motion. So if you've got more range in one leg than the other, then you get to explore that, which is lovely. Circle the opposite direction. And really try to be curious about what sensations come up here. Particularly if you are feeling all the feels for whatever reason in your life right now. Working in the hips can really exacerbate that. So just be aware of what emotions might be coming up for you. Bring the knees into the chest, just a little hug. And then we'll put the left knee down, or left foot down, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Start just by exploring the motion here in this right hip. The knee opens, the knee draws in. It's like a little weather vane. It pivots here. And then when you really feel like, okay, I'm good here, you can maybe option reach between. Left hand outside, right hand in. Grab that left hamstring and bring both knees down. Maybe you use this right elbow here as a little bit of a shelf for the right knee, so it doesn't float all the way into the middle. Options, my friends. How can we make this shape work for us today with this body that we brought to the mat? And we'll switch sides. I'm going to switch midair, but if you want to put the left foot down and switch, go for it. I'm going to switch all the way drawn in. I'm skipping that little weather vane part on this hip because it's already a little open, but you're more than welcome to play. Put that foot down and swing it in. And bring both feet back to the earth now. We've got about a minute for you guys to play. If there's a shape you want to take, if you're working on shoulder stand, or if you want to take a plow pose, or if you just need something really restorative, grab a pillow or a block or something, slide the hips up, nice bridge base, and bring that block right under the sacrum. Right where your back turns into your butt, slide the block and just give the hips here a little bit of lift, a little opportunity to release, create some nice space in the low back. This is also a great place to put in a shoulder stand. So knees into chest, right? I'm going to use a little momentum today and rock it up. Hands come into the low back, but please remember our goal here is to be stacking hips over shoulders. So you really need to keep lifting and then push the feet away. And then I'm going to hit furniture here, but you can always bring the feet down behind your head and take plow pose. Again, hips are pressing forward so that they stack over your shoulders. Take a few more seconds. If you're taking a stretch that happens on one side, like if you're doing a wind relieving pose, knee into chest, make sure you do both sides. And in about 15 seconds, we're all going to meet in our final resting shape for today, whatever that is for you. I mean, corpse pose is a traditional final shape, but it doesn't always serve. So you can take a bridge base. If you love the block under the hips, you can take a supported bridge. You can come back to bound angle. As long as it's a shape where you can be still and not move, we're good. So pick your poison, find your spot, and start to sink and settle into the shape. Giving yourself permission to do less now. And give yourself the opportunity to explore simply being. So here's your Friday reminder. You are not a human doing, you are a human being. It's okay to just be and breathe, to rest, to put in the work, and then pause, to explore your breath, to let the thoughts and feelings that are there just float and bubble up and be and acknowledge that they're there. We don't need to reach out and get caught up in a whirlwind of them, but we can still say, I see you there. I acknowledge you. Let yourself integrate the work from today. The movement of the body, the awareness of breath. Let it bring a softness to the mind. Welcome to Shabasana. Bringing your awareness back to the ground that's underneath you. Feeling your place in the world. You are connected to the ground. The ground has your back. And as you breathe in that, I think that's kind of a powerful connection. As you breathe into that, bring the attention now to your own breath. It is the anchor into your body, to the present moment. Don't adjust the breath, just let it be and notice what it is. Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it soft? Is it a heavy breath today? What's the breath like? And then do intentionally make that breath a little deeper and allow that deeper breath to create movement in the body. Maybe you turn to one side today and draw knees into the chest and pause. And then slowly, moving in a way that feels good, find your way back to seated. Bringing the head up high over the heart and the heart over the hips. Rub the hands together and bring them to your body somewhere, to your belly, to your heart, to your forehead. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. And then bring the palms of the hands together. Thumbs at the center of the forehead, ajna, the third eye. This is your reminder that no matter how quickly your day may be moving or how fast the things around you seem to go, you can pause and take a breath and come back into yourself, recenter. Makes it a lot easier to do all the things. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste. I love it when everybody smiles at the end of class.